in this video, I will show you the best online teaching platforms. And I have used every single one of these platforms to save you time. So in this video, I will show you the optimal use case for each one of these platforms and the reasons why you should prefer one over the other. And by the way, if you want to activate your free trial to any one of these platforms, you can do so by clicking one of the links in the description. But we have a lot of things to cover in this video, so let's dive right into it. So the first platform on our list, we have Thinkific. And Thinkific is my absolute favorite online teaching platform because it's so simple. It focuses on teaching and courses only, and it allows you to take care of basically all the hassle, or it basically takes care of all the hassle that you might have when you're hosting an online course or an online teaching session. So it's not there just for you to create a website or for you to upload your teaching materials, but it also acts as a payment processor. So you can basically charge your students, you can do refunds, you can run these coupons and sales, and you basically can do everything. You can even host webinars and coaching sessions, and you can create a community. So these are all the things that you basically might not even imagine once you're just getting started. But then when you think about it in the eyes of a course student, then you notice that, okay, I need a whole bunch more than just a bunch of videos and downloadables. So that's why I love Thinkific. Its main focus is on these online courses. So it's a great teaching platform for a beginner. And it is something that I also use. So right now I am hosting 2 courses on Thinkific. But then one thing you need to keep in mind if you're using a platform like Thinkific is that you are responsible for building your audience. So Thinkific does not, even though they have a good brand reputation, they do not necessarily bring you any new students. So it is all in your hands. And I'm actually going to talk about this strategy later when I'm showing these couple of other course platform alternatives. But for now, it's just important for you to know that it is completely your responsibility for creating the audience, because if you just create a course on Thinkific and publish it, no matter how great the landing page is, no matter how good of an SEO strategy you have or whatever you can imagine, it will get absolutely no students at all because there are millions of courses out there already. And nobody is interested in your stuff until they learn from you. So you need to build trust, you need to build a reputation, you need to build a strong community of thousands and thousands and thousands of people before a couple of them will actually end up buying your course. So this is important, and I have platforms on this list that allow you to skip this community building phase if you're interested. So if this doesn't sound like something you might want to do, so you create a course and you build a community around it, then perhaps keep on watching, because I have all these other great platforms and strategies still coming along the way. Then the number 2 pick on our list is LearnWorlds. And basically LearnWorlds is a similar platform to Thinkific. So I would call it an independent course platform, because once again, you need to build the audience and the hype around your course to start making sales. But when it comes to LearnWorlds is great because on top of Thinkific and all the features that come with Thinkific, it offers all these other features, such as marketing features, a much more customizable landing page builder, and all these other, I would say, a bit more advanced features. So if you want to start teaching online, and if you have a team behind you, or if you have a whole bunch of time and experience in, for example, in marketing and building websites, and perhaps even some technical knowledge, then LearnWorlds, it's a much better alternative than Thinkific. But that being said, it is not your best bet, first of all, if you want to just create courses and have students to them, because on LearnWorlds, very similar to Thinkific, you need to build your audience. But also, if you're running the show alone, if you're just trying out things, and if you're just basically testing the waters when it comes to creating courses and having a couple of students to those, then LearnWorlds might be a bit of an overkill because of all these bells and whistles. So in this sense, LearnWorlds is a much more complicated and complex platform than Thinkific. But if you have a team behind you, if you have some marketers and some people that are working for you, then you will not waste these features. So you won't be signing up to LearnWorlds. You won't pay for the features that you will never use. So it's not there just to host a course, but you can build a community, you can host your sessions there, and you can also invite your own team that is building the course with you there as well, because of all these marketing features and stuff like that. So if you have a more advanced use case, I would much rather use LearnWorlds than Thinkific, because it's like an all-in-one place for you. And then we move on to these marketplaces. So if you want to monetize your teaching, and if you want to start creating courses, but you don't quite have the time or energy or interest in creating these sales funnels and marketing strategies and building a community that might take easily like years, then you can start on a platform like Udemy. And that is our number 3 pick on our list today. So Udemy is an online course marketplace where you just join, you create a course, you submit it for a review, and once the course is accepted and it's published there, you can just basically start waiting for your students to roll in. And this is simply because Udemy is a very popular marketplace where you have millions and millions of people taking courses. And that is one of the most reputable marketplaces on the entire planet. So in that sense, people don't need to know you. You don't need to have any followers on your social media. You don't need to have a YouTube channel, a Medium blog, or whatever, because Udemy takes care of everything related to marketing. So they will run these campaigns, they will run these email sequences, they will run advertisements, they will do discounts and promo codes, and they will basically do everything so that your course won't get buried and so that you would get a maximum number of students. But then, once again, if this sounds good, yes, it actually might be, especially if you're a beginner and you don't have that much time or energy. But the very big downside to this is that because you're on another platform, that is Udemy, they want to have everything on their brand. So if you join, if you create a course, if people take that course, they will be like, I took this wonderful Udemy course. They won't really recall you. And this hurts your ability to grow a personal brand. And the earning limitations arise because Udemy always runs these huge discounts of like 85 or 90%. So if you have a course that costs $100, it usually actually goes for $15. And then Udemy takes a cut from that, which I think is half and half if they are doing the promotion, if you're not bringing in the students. And that basically means that you're going to earn $7 from a $100 course. And that is obviously pretty bad because you need hundreds or even thousands of students to make anything significant from your courses. But if you think about this strategy that I mentioned earlier, where you build a flagship course using like Thinkific or LearnWorlds, you might only need 5 students to make $5,000. And that's basically the difference. So I would say that there's a 100-fold difference in when it comes to the earning potential when you jump on a platform like Udemy versus when you choose Thinkific or LearnWorlds. But once again, if you're a beginner, if you're just building courses and teaching online as a hobby and you just want to earn some extra side income, if $20 per month is already a win for you, then by all means go with Udemy. They have a very easy to use platform. It is so intuitive that when I actually created my first course there, I didn't really even need a tutorial because it's so intuitive. So for sure, give it a try. Just know that the earning potential is not there. So you will probably, at the best case scenario, earn a couple of $100 per month, which is not something you want to settle with. And also, you're not going to build a brand reputation, and you're just going to build their brand. So once you see a lot of students, once you see some success with your courses, perhaps try to build an own community and jump on a platform like Thinkific or LearnWorlds to actually skyrocket your course business. Then, as the fourth pick on our list, we actually have a free and a non-profit solution. And please, if you're not interested in this one, skip to the fifth or the sixth one, because I will share a very useful piece of information right there, and basically these strategies with which you can actually make money with your online teaching. So now I have just listed these course platforms and teaching platforms, but I haven't really talked about the strategies with which you can earn from these courses. So if you just join and create a course, you will basically never make anything. But yeah, as the fourth pick on our list, we have Khan Academy. And initially, it was a YouTube channel where you could learn things like mathematics, physics, chemistry, and sciences like that. And I actually was also one of the people that was learning from that material, because when I struggled with my mathematics lessons and physics lessons, I always came to Khan Academy, because there I would learn that stuff very well. So I love Khan Academy's YouTube channel, but I also realized this year that they are actually running this online course platform, or this online teaching platform where you can create a course from these existing materials. So yes, you can use these high quality, expert created courses, and you can combine those to form your own curriculum. And then you can just basically send a link to your students or a code, and they can sign up with that code, and they can start completing these lessons and assignments and take these like surveys and stuff like that. And you can track your students' progress, and you can help them along the way. And this is like a platform that is suited for the K to 12 level courses and teaching. So it is mostly like people between the ages of like 6 and 18, I think. And when you're teaching like mathematics, physics, coding, chemistry, stuff like that, then Khan Academy is an awesome opportunity for you. And this is a wonderful platform, because instead of having to like spend a couple of months creating a curriculum or courses, you can just build one from these existing pieces of content. That is wonderful. It allows you to move faster, but this is also a generous platform, because they are running the show for free. They are a non-profit organization, so they believe that education should be free. And if you also believe that education should be free, and if you want to teach like maths, physics, sciences, then I would highly suggest you trying Khan Academy. But as I said, this is a free and a non-profit solution, so it is quite a bit different to these other platforms that I have mentioned here, and the last two that I will talk to you in just a second. And here is where it gets interesting, and here's where I'm sharing these strategies as well. So as the number 5 pick on our list, we have YouTube. And before you click away, this is the most important section of the video. So you have to have a YouTube channel if you want to start a serious online teaching business, and if you want to start making any significant amounts of sales to your courses. And here I have drawn a little illustration of why YouTube is such an important component and why it's such a powerful teaching platform, because I always say that if you don't have a YouTube channel, you won't really have any students to your courses either. And here's what I mean by this. So this is the strategy that I use, and this is one of the most common strategies to sell courses online. So first, you have a YouTube channel where people watch your videos. And then on every single video, you have a small call to action where you basically tell the viewer that if they want to learn more about that stuff, they should join this free training session. And most of the people won't, but there will be a small percentage, usually it's like 1% or even up to 2% if the offer is good, that will actually join. So if you have 100 viewers to your video, then one of them is going to sign up to your free training session. And they will do that in the exchange of their email. So basically they will give out their email for you, and then they will receive that free training session. And this is where you basically capture their email. You know that they are interested in your stuff because they signed up to your training, and then you start to automatically send them emails. This is an email sequence that can be like 5 emails or even up to 10 emails that you will follow them up with like during the next couple of weeks. And in these emails, you will subtly promote your courses while providing even more value. So you might have another free training session. You might have a template, a checklist, or something that builds that trust, that will show them that you will provide them even more epic free value. And this is when some of these people that receive your email actually become interested in your offer. So a portion of these people that have watched your video, signed up to your training, and received some emails, a small portion of those will click and visit your course landing page. And then a small portion of those will actually end up buying the course. And as you can see, this is why YouTube is such an important component, because if you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't have this one, and you won't get any people to these next steps. So basically, this right here, this watches a video part, is the most important part in your sales funnel. And if you don't have this one, you're not going to get any students. And don't worry if you don't want to do YouTube videos, if you're not comfortable in front of a camera. You also have another option where you can basically write blog posts, and I will show it to you right after this YouTube section. But basically, you need to have a huge online community that watch or read your content so that they will actually jump into this sales sequence. Because if you don't have the community, you won't have people that are getting closer to buying from you. That is just simply the name of the game. And this is why YouTube is such a crucial component. So before you make any sales as a course creator, you need to have thousands and thousands and thousands of avid listeners or viewers of your content, because you need to be their number one resource. They need to trust you. They need to treat you like a friend. So whenever somebody wakes one of your students up and asks about your topic, the first thing that should pop up in their mind is you, the course creator and the content creator number one in that space. And that takes a lot of time to build this kind of reputation and trust. Usually it actually surprises you, and at least it surprised me, how many views and how many subscribers you actually need to have before you make even one sale. So typically, here are the numbers. So if you get 10,000 views to one of your videos on YouTube, and you have in your description a call to action to sign up to a free training session, then about 1% of those people will click and join that free training session. Then if you do that in the right way, then 1% of these people that took your free training and joined the newsletter basically, then 1% of those are going to buy your course. So yes, you need about 10,000 people and a very well optimized sales funnel to make one course sale. So yes, you need millions and millions and millions of views to your videos if you want to start a serious teaching business. And also one of the things that is very important in this online teaching business is the momentum. So if you have a channel that has 500 subscribers, and then you have these key players that have 500,000 subscribers, and they are also selling their courses, where they offer like better service. They might have even a team of supporters that are active all year round. Then you're not really going to stand out. So you need to become literally the number one resource on your entire space. So if you have a space or a topic where you have an influencer that has 100,000 subscribers, you want to build a channel with 500,000 subscribers. So you need to overdo everything and overperform every single one of your competitors to build yourself as the number one resource in that space. And this is just simply something you can't avoid unless you do it in a way that I talked about earlier, where you basically join on a platform like Udemy, where they will take care of the marketing. They already have the brand reputation and their sales funnels and marketing strategies on place. But if you want to start a serious business, you have to create a YouTube channel. There's absolutely no way around it. And then as the number 6 platform on our list, we have Medium. So Medium is this kind of YouTube for bloggers, if you will. And basically it is a platform that allows you to sign up for free, and you can just start writing blog posts and publishing those. and they will start to rank on Google, assuming you have a good enough strategy and assuming you have great and useful enough content. And this is basically the alternative to YouTube if you're not very good at being in front of camera, or if you don't want to create videos of yourself. So instead of making videos, you use the exact same strategy but with blog posts. So you can sign up on Medium, you can create these high quality pieces of information, basically how-to guides and checklists and stuff like that. And if they are of good enough quality, they might start to rank on Google, which brings you passive traffic. And then, very similar to your YouTube videos, you can also use your Medium posts to create a call to action to sign up to a free training in exchange for an email. And then you can start to subtly promote your courses to your audience as well. And the only downside to Medium is that because it's another platform and it is written content, it is not going to be as relatable as these YouTube videos. So on YouTube, because you're talking to somebody, because you're essentially like having a chat with your audience, you're able to build trust much more easily, because it is almost as if your audience is sitting there with you. But with a blog post where they can't see your personality, they can't hear your voice, they can't basically draw any conclusions from you after reading just a couple of blog posts, that is going to take a bit longer to start making sales. But yeah, actually my first students are readers of mine from Medium. So before I made YouTube videos, I actually created blog posts on Medium, and I actually still do. But these people that had been reading my blog posts for about 2 years, they were eager enough to join my course as my first students. If you want to have any students to your courses, you need to build a strong community and a group of people that basically treat you as the #1 resource about your topic. So not only should you be a good expert in your topic, but you should also build a huge YouTube channel with more followers than basically anyone else in your space. And that is something you can do on YouTube if you want to create videos of yourself. And a bit of a less effective but still a good and passive strategy is by starting a blog on Medium. And actually, I forgot to mention that you can also start a WordPress blog, although the growth curve will be a bit slower because on Medium, Google trusts the platform and these stories tend to rank on Google faster. But if you start a WordPress blog, you're basically starting from a complete scratch, which can take up to a year or two for Google to even discover your website. So in that case, it's going to take even longer to build a solid community. Either way, you have to create a community and you have to have a lot of followers if you want to start making any sales on your courses. And that's why I would actually say that the best teaching platforms online are YouTube and Medium, because there you can build a community. Then it's basically just a formality on where you host your course, and your people will follow you because they actually trust you.